Okay, it's time for another scenario. There's a ton of these. I think I played the River of Red last time, but this really is a long-term project. I might sort of at least alternate. Even if I play them in this order, I might alternate in the order that I start uploading them, because some of these missions seems to be fairly similar. If there's a lot of similar scenarios in a row, there's no point loading them because they're loading like one a week, maybe even two, one in every 2 weeks. So they're all the same. It can be like a month or more before there's any different kind of missions. Yeah, it was played on the Munda Trail, July 1943. On the Munda Trail, July 2nd, 1943. As part of the general offensive, the Central Solomon Islands were invaded at the end of June. One of the key islands was New Georgia. The U.S. Army's 43rd Infantry Division was a National Guard unit. It was inexperienced and not very motivated. Ordered to march up the trail to the critical town of Munda, the men of the 43rd were constantly ambushed. It was a deadly game of hide and seek that ate away at the morale of the 43rd. It would not be until August 5th that Munda would fall into Allied hands. So, attack or ambush? We'll attack. Seems like we have infantry mortars. Proceed by road. Capture Japanese flag. Yeah, that's pretty much it. These are fairly useless. We can get some smoke cover out of them. We have 24 turns in length, but we only have infantry, so that's not gonna move too fast. I think I'll move fairly fast until we actually encounter some enemies. We don't have a lot of time, and I don't want to waste too much time. This mission at this point doesn't look all that interesting. It might be, but what it looks like is our guys walking down a road, and from time to time we'll kill enemy squad or two of Japanese soldiers. One note, we have a rifles platoon, a rifle platoon, a rifle platoon, and an engineering platoon. The engineering platoon is our most valuable squad because they have flamethrowers. That's a single shot with that flamethrower can be deadly to a rifle squad. I mean, any infantry squad basically. So, cannot be. Usefulness is hard to overestimate. We'll stop here for a turn. Sort of, I don't want to have to attack basically with just 3 units there. I want to pack up the army in a tight package there and move as one single entity. We will be more vulnerable to artillery that way. But we'll be able to much better handle everything else, basically hostile infantry. Still not seeing any enemies, so we'll proceed. Not with these. They're command units, so we will be waiting at least one turn. More smoke. I'm not sure if it's good or bad for us here. But it is what it is. I think we should move here. It's fairly well hidden by the smoke. And I also don't want to waste up too much time. No matter how well these scenarios go, they always use up a certain amount of time. There's no point in delaying things. That's not too bad. We need to suppress it though. I'm inclined to save up shots with each unit, because again our opponents are Japanese infantry, so they don't break their morale totally. Which means we will be forced to engage them when they're in position state, so they're ready. The only thing that might prevent them from going basically next to us and slaughtering us is that we have reaction shots of our own, so they don't dare to come too close. Okay, that's good. Got a casualty on them. Another one. Then third one. He shouldn't be too dangerous at this point. I think a unit like that only has 4 units, so one more casualty and it'll get destroyed totally. I do expect there to be other infantry. One machine gun is pretty pathetic opponent. We'll shoot the machine gun. They seem to have a longer reaction range, and they're fairly accurate at longer distance. If we're lucky, we only need to cause 1 casualty on it and get rid of it entirely. Yeah, now I'm going to move just to soak up some reaction shots. They didn't react at all. I'm guessing this infantry squad has a reaction rate that is very low. I do intend to split on this turn, but Before we can go in close and finish him off, we need to cause some casualties, do some suppression, things like that. We don't have engineers here. One who can't actually go close. This should be good enough. It's close enough to start causing casualties. Very hard to do that though. It seems to be in the forest and in rough terrain. So, not an easy thing to get kills in that position. You pin. Shoot. Do something good. I will try to assault that unit. I have to. Ooh, that was okay. We got hit by the mortar. That's why we're pinned. We're blocking also this road from our reinforcements, so that was a good mortar shot. We're not doing all that great. We have 4 Armenians ready to move. Command units, so we don't dare to go next to them with a command unit. Try to suppress him some more. That could have gone better. We're very hard pressed to cause any casualties on them, and that's a bad sign. I'm actually going to go forward with these two, soak up the damage. 4 guys killed, 6 guys killed. Can't be helped. Someone had to do it. We need to get rid of that unit, or at least cripple it to the point that he's no threat to us. Oh shit. We attacked too soon. We have tried to shoot him and get him more suppressed. Now if they react on fire on this, it'll destroy all of these units. Luckily it didn't, so it didn't go totally belly up at the start. But we're not doing great either. We need more casualties on them. It won't stop them from attacking us, but it will make a difference between losing maybe a single squad and losing everything. We're so goddamn terrible at shooting. Okay, this is good. They weren't able to do anything. We're pinned too. So we sacrificed our command unit. It's basically useless from this point on, but we did get this. The enemy infantry is totally incapable of doing anything thanks to our sacrifice. I'm still not sure if it was worth it. But what's done is done. again, we're trying to maintain a high forward momentum. As of it's turn 7, we're basically reaching our first flag. I expect the resistance to become a lot stiffer, at least by at the end point here. So I think it might be a big mistake to take things slowly. Might lead you to a situation where at the end you simply are running out of time. So I'm trying to keep our forces moving all the time. Ooh, almost ran into those. That wouldn't have been good. Yeah, they don't seem to be reacting. I'm guessing they only shoot at the adjacent text until they're basically spotted like this. But it'll give us one turn to freely shoot at them. Might be enough to get rid of them. Test that out. Yeah. They're dead. They don't have any chance of surviving. So far this scenario has been very easy. There's a difficulty setting in this game, and it's on average at the moment. I'm not too keen on messing with it because I don't know what it actually does, so it might make the game unbearable to play. Maybe it will just provide a good challenge. I'm not too keen on changing it at this point. Maybe if I get totally sick of these scenarios at one point, then we also might want to keep our minds open to the idea that the enemy might come from other directions. They might be going to offensive at some point. The significance would be that we'll drop at least one squad on every group of flags we'll take. This way we'll have at least something there if the enemy decides to go back. It's not much, I'll grant that, but it's something. Sometimes that's good enough. Okay, I'm a bit surprised how little actual forces we've seen here. We're constantly seeing just a few mortar units there, so nothing dangerous. Yeah, I don't really get it. I don't get this mission. Undo. Why aren't we seeing any Japanese infantry squads? That's bothering me quite a bit. not much happening here. And you can be our defense force. Always reaching halfway point, and yeah. Things that have happened here. Handful of enemy squad destroyed. Nothing really worth mentioning so far. Ooh, well, that's a good one. Immediately with the casualties, immediately with the suppression. We'll shoot as much as we can. Get the casualties and suppression up. We'll use the fresh troops coming from behind to protect these guys who shoot with all their shots. And half of them are dead. Okay, now comes the backup. We will try to get rid of the entire unit. Could be possible. Now, enemy squad destroyed. Yeah. Enemy infantry squad. Doesn't seem to be a lot of enemy units here, and that really bothers me. This is too easy. I'm constantly expecting him to have tanks or something. Something to ruin my day. But so far, much less troops than I would imagine. So very, very weak performance the Japanese side at the moment. And we got the reaction shot. I don't know what to say. I didn't mean to do that. That's a good thing to say. I meant to attack him. We could take care of him with our engineering squad, but I don't want to start a flame there. It'll block off everything. And mainly I'll accidentally probably have some units standing in the fire. Have a squad stand in the fire and then start complaining how they don't move anywhere and are constantly suppressed. Okay, things seem to be going smoothly for us. Again, nothing worth mentioning really has happened in this scenario yet. Crappy mortar guys shooting crappy mortar guys, and the Japanese units are on the move now, so I guess we took control of enough of these victory flags. And that's basically game over for him, I think. There should be more infantry here though. There has to be. Yeah, another Japanese squad will be wiped out basically without them being able to do anything. Flamethrower, Japanese rival squad destroyed. Undo. Undo because this is the leader of the entire army. So yeah, someone else can go before him. From this point on, I won't stack up our squads either. We'll take a few more mortar hits, but there's no chance of getting catastrophic casualties from any single hit. Ooh, mortar is fairly useful with that, because every time he hits someone he goes into the pin state, so it buys a lot of time. Well, a lot may be the wrong word to use here, but it'll buy time. Oh crap. I'm not too worried about that reaction fire. It's not their machine gun that they're using to fire, they're using their crew rifles. So it shouldn't be too dangerous. Casualty here, a casualty there, and that's it. Yeah. Oh. Ooh, 3 men killed, 1 man killed. That's good kills because we have a submachine gun and a target that's right there in the open. We should get good kills on it. If we hit. Which we are not really doing. Near squad. Infantry squad destroyed. Flamethrower strikes, everything's dead after that. Again, 2 Japanese squads taken out without them being basically able to do anything. I'm still waiting for the Japanese to show their trump card. Few tanks, few something, carpet of infantry, whatever it is. If he doesn't show it now, this mission will be over soon. I wouldn't really complain. It hasn't been. It's one of the, I'd say, probably the worst scenarios so far. So if it ends soon, that's just fine. Oh. Another squad gone. Well, again, the forward momentum will be kept. I don't want to extend this kind of a mission at all. Might as well be over, nothing's happening. Feels like we just walked through most of the enemies instead of fighting them, so... yeah. No one here. Okay, do you have anything in your sleeve? Or is this the game over? It seems like they have nothing. I just don't get that. Because that's pretty weak. I feel like we mainly encountered a platoon of soldiers, maybe. And most of them are hiding somewhere or something like that. Yeah. US score 1078, Japanese 15. This was a pathetic scenario. Might have been interesting if we would played the Japanese side. Decisive victory. Yeah, not much to say about this. Pathetic. Very weakest scenario so far.